Am I the asshole for being upset that I didn't get anything for Valentine's Day? I feel so immature. I just wanted to know if people who read this situation without bias think I should be upset or not. So contact. I entered a relationship with someone who was temporarily working and living overseas. We started hanging out / going out on date when he was home for the holiday. We have established feelings we have established feelings and exclusivity, but because he doesn't move back to our city for another 2 months, he said he would rather not make it official until he is officially here, until he's physically here, to be able to act like boyfriend, which I understand. Yeah, that's understandable. He wants to be here to take up the mantle of boyfriend when he's here as opposed to being elsewhere. Perfectly understandable and laudable position to hold. I don't really care for Valentine's Day. He is currently out on a trip, still overseas, so I wasn't expecting anything, especially since we aren't officially together yet. Here's where it's going to go down. He has also been very kind and thoughtful and has ordered multiple gifts to my house in the time we've been talking, so I know he isn't lazy or inconsiderate. He called me today to tell me Happy Valentine's Day. He asked if he should send something. I feel a little weird about answering that because I feel like telling him what to give me takes away from the gesture. This might have confused him, but he said he still wanted to send something to my house, even though I was iffy about it. Time passed and he hasn't sent me any. I was clearly dry over text and he asked me what was wrong and I didn't really know how to explain, and now he keeps just checking like, are you still upset? Understandable. He wants to know what's going on because you're not telling him. And while you may not actually know, you should at least sit down with him and tell him your feelings on it so that way he can come to an understanding of where you're at. So that, again, it's communication. I know he's out with his friends drinking and partying and I don't want to put a damper on the night, but the only reason I'm upset is because he put an expectation on my head that I'd be getting something and then he never sent anything. I would have been completely fine if he hadn't made me expect something. Now I feel let down and I hate that. I feel like I'm acting spoiled, but it sucks to look out the window all day for a delivery and not get one. I wish I had been more receptive about a gift because I think I made him think I don't want one. But either way, he should have sent me something if he said he was going to. Well. Someone got caught spam botting or something. I don't want to dwell on this. Cutting him off over a stupid holiday feels really immature. I don't even want to argue and sound spoiled. I wish he would just have never brought it up in the first place. I mean, I think we found one, guys. I kind of felt for her at the beginning of I didn't get anything for Valentine's Day. But then as we delve into this deeper, it's like he's been buying her stuff all along that they've been talking. He's now away and overseas, and he's like, I don't want to do the boyfriend thing until I'm back there and with you. She agreed to that. She said, yeah, cool. And now that he actually took her up on it and didn't send something and then asked her what she wanted, then she gave him kind of cold shoulder indifference. And then when he said, okay, well, I'll send something, she was still cold shoulder and indifferent. And then now that he didn't send something, now she's mad. You're sending such mixed signals back and forth to him. It's no wonder he didn't send something. He's probably like tearing his hair out going, what is going on here with this girl? He doesn't know what's up. All he knows is he wanted to do something for you, and then you kind of gave him a cold shoulder on it. So he probably figured, well, I don't want to piss her off more by doing something. So he decided not to. I think in this instance, you are the asshole, ma'am. You're the asshole. You're so needy. You're definitely over-exaggerating. Your comment on post and guessing women's bra size downloaded Grammarly. So someone gives you an honest opinion and your response is to attack. Wow. Yeah, what did you send him? There we go. What did you send him? What did you send him? You're bitching about what he didn't do for you. You're the one, by the sounds of it, that really wants this to be a relationship right now. What did you send him? You're the asshole. I hope this is fake, but if it's not, you're already this moody and entitled over what you weren't gifted on a day you don't even care for while you aren't even together. And it sounds like you did nothing for him. Then I can't imagine the shit you'll put him through when you do become. Exactly. I don't feel entitled to anything. He just set the expectation for receiving a gift when he explicitly said he would be sending something. Also, he was just saying that he'd send flowers or chocolate. So he was just saying flowers or chocolate or lunch or something thoughtful. I wouldn't have expected or felt entitled. Yeah, but you did. You did feel entitled because you are. we are going to go through this whole comment section, I think. You're the asshole. Good grief. I think it's time for men to boycott Valentine's Day. No gifts, no flowers, no cards, no nothing. This insanity is not going to stop. That sounds kind of a little bit incel, but not the asshole you two need. Yeah, they do need to communicate better, but she's a little bit entitled. He asked you what you wanted him to send you. No, here we go. He asked him if you wanted him to send you something. You were wishy-washy about it. He doesn't know you well enough to just guess what you want. If you wanted something, you should have said it. He's not a mind reader. And someone isn't going to spend their day fussing over Valentine's gifts for you if you don't seem that bothered. Yes, 100. He asked me what I want him to send, and I told him that I'm not that picky, but I don't feel right telling him what to get. I also said it would be great if he sent me something that I hadn't expected. So then how will he know something you hadn't expected him to? How will he know what that is? The principle of this, yes, but no, it's not. The principle of this is he asked you if you wanted something and you were like, not really. And now you're bitching about him not fulfilling something when you said, not really. Soft, you're the asshole. You flat out said you don't care about Valentine's Day, but you do care. So which is it? You can't have it both ways. Yep, I meant that. I wasn't expecting anything, and yeah, but it's not. So this one, I'm going to say, for this particular, I'm thinking we've got a... Wait, how did I do it? How I doed it, Curdy Badirty.
The verdict is...
Yeah. Definitely an ass. Definitely an asshole. Let's see. Any new news? Oh, okay. Here we go. Somebody did go back. You don't feel entitled to anything, yet you're mad and punishing him by being dry toward him on a day you don't care for after he was the one that called you to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. You're not even in a relationship with him yet, and you already know that he's kind and thoughtful. And despite accepting several gifts from him already, you've mentioned cutting him off over this. That's pretty damn entitled and unappreciative on a day that's supposed to be about celebrating someone you care about. I'm going out on a limb to guess you haven't bothered to give him anything with your spoiled attitude. Yeah, so there we go. Could be he's bringing you something when he comes home. True. He's on a trip in Europe, and I don't know where he's staying. Don't worry. I'll have 3 large gifts. But does he know that? You're the asshole. Good grief. Time for men. Yeah, that one we already read. Okay, we're good. We're good there. We're good there. We're good. Am I the asshole for possibly ruining Valentine's Day? I don't know, but that's not a good thing. I'm in a complicated relationship with my partner, now ex. A few weeks ago, he asked me to be his Valentine. I said yes. Yesterday, he asked me what flowers I would like. I said roses, either white or red. Last night, brought a bouquet of peonies, and daisies. I was a little disappointed because they weren't exactly what I asked. Nonetheless, I accepted them and said thank you. Later that night, I saw him texting a family member saying they could meet up tomorrow evening on Valentine's. This made me a little mad as we planned to spend our day together. Again, I didn't make a big deal out of it. Fast forward today on Valentine's, I woke up and he didn't greet me saying Happy Valentine's Day or anything. When I asked him, he said he'd already told me last night. Anyways, what had really escalated things was that his dog has a habit of peeing and pooping on my balcony. Whoopsie. I've told him numerous times that I don't want this happening. He keeps ignoring it. So today, after he let his dog out on my balcony, the dog pooped and I asked him to go clean it up. He was slow to respond and went to sit down on his phone claiming he has a work emergency. So I went and grabbed a bag to pick up the poop. He got mad at this and started shouting at me and claiming I was insulting him by asking him to do something and then going to do it myself. I told him to stop shouting at me, but he continued to do it. So I ended up escalating things to the point of no return. So who's the asshole? Communication. Communication, you absolute bit. He asked you what you wanted. He didn't get it. Why? I don't know. Right now, I don't know where you are. However, knowing the way things are right now, if you're in the United States, chances are, because of tariffs and everything that were imposed, the price of roses have gone through the roof. Maybe he thought he'd be able to afford it, but then he wasn't able to. Maybe other people, anticipating the price of roses going through the roof, bought up a lot of the roses and therefore pre-bought them, and therefore there's none left. We don't know exactly what happened for that. You could have expressed to him the fact that you felt they were lovely, but that you had asked for roses and had a discussion, an honest discussion with him about why you felt hurt by the peonies and daisies. Said thank you later that night, texting a family saying that they could come up evening on Valentine's Day. So you said that you planned on spending the day together. Did you specify the day was going to go into night? That there was no limit to how long you were going to spend together? Was it understood in the implication that you would have unfettered access to him throughout the entire day and evening? Because if that wasn't discussed, then, maybe his family needed to come up. It sounds like there's a lack of communication on both people's part, as well as the fact that he does have some tendencies in here where he is acting the asshole, like not picking up the dog poop and then shouting at you when you go to pick it up. Because, okay, let's say he does have a work emergency on his phone and you're being proactive by going and cleaning it up so it doesn't make more of a mess, and at the same time getting it out of his way so he doesn't have to do it because he is on the phone with that. So all you were doing was jumping in and taking over a chore that needed to be done one way or the other. Him shouting at you does show an escalation of things to a point that's not. That was beyond the response that should have been at that point. So no, I would say OP is definitely in this instance not fully the asshole, but both of them have some blame. Both of you guys are assholes. You were already in a bad mood, and what you did was to let the steam off. You basically chose to go off him simply because he didn't do these tiny things. As for your boyfriend, he acted like a child and didn't see pretty much what we just said. So, I mean, I would say we can't really fully. I guess I need a in-between one, because like I said, with this one, I would say she's not fully the asshole, but she's totally not out of the thing. So I'm going to go with not, but
the verdict is
we're going to go with not, but I don't know, that one was